Warmer weather is upon us here in eastern Missouri, so the roses are starting to wake up. This is Duchessa de Brabant. I need to go ahead and finish cutting out the dead growth on my roses. Duchessa de Brabant is a tea rose from 1857. This rose here is Bliss Parfuma with a nice red new growth, red and green new growth. Just as a reminder, rose rosette does have red growth, but it doesn't go green. A lot of normal growth does start out red and then goes green. This is a Witcheriana, I believe, rose. It was supposed to be Mel's Heritage by Paul Barton, but it is a once blooming rose, so it's not that. This is Abraham Darby, David Austin rose. Again, I still need to cut out all the dead of my roses. This rose here is Marianne, a David Austin rose, miniature roses that I got from a big box store. And this is Monsieur Tillier, again a tea rose, 1891, I believe. It's coming back a lot better than Safrano, which you can kind of see there at the base, the red stuff there. Another tea rose, 1838. Again, haven't done the complete cleanup of all my roses yet, but they came back after. Tea roses don't like cold winters, and where I am in Missouri, we're a 5B, 6A zone, so they're a little colder than what tea roses like. Golden Buddha by Paul Barton, and I needs to be cleaned up a little bit. This is Tuscany Superb, and it's suckers. This rose here with the leaves is Abraham Darby. Again, Tuscany Superb, just barely starting to leaf out. This is Ellen Toffelmeyer, just barely starting to leaf out. The lime green is Desiree Permetier, a Gallica rose. The red green stuff is Bliss Parfuma. Let's go around here. This is Sister Elizabeth. The rabbits have helped prune this one, so there's not a whole lot of winter dead. This is William Morris. That is something. It was Frau Karl Druski, but most of the plant died, and then it set up two little stems that did nothing other than grow last year. So I'm gonna wait to see what that is. This is another Marianne, a Paul Barton rose, significantly large, but very pretty. This rose here is Screaming Neon Red. Again, there's some dead to it, so it's not completely winter hardy in 5B, 6A, but it's a nice red single rose. This rose here with the little leaves is Father Hugo's rose, and it's doing well. That's my unknown white rose that looks completely dead, but it's not. I'm sure that every year it does this and it grows back through there. The bigger green stuff. Let's see if I can zoom in. No, that's Father Hugo's. Back there, I have my not Variegata di Bologna. It's growing out. This is my unknown pink number 1. It's growing out. This is what's left of one of my seedlings that the rabbits didn't eat. This is Bathsheba, a David Austin climbing rose. This is the Squire, another David Austin rose. Another David Austin rose that's barely making it is Lady Emma Hamilton. I don't know if it's the dogs or just the site or whatnot, but it doesn't like it there. This is Cinefolia Variegata, a Cinefolia rose, or also known as the Village Maid. This is another Abraham Darby that's barely leafing out. The dogs keep running all over it, so I'm probably gonna dig it up and move it somewhere else. This is one of my rose seedlings. You can see the rabbit damage. But there's some leaves coming from it. This is a seedling of a cross of Charles DeMills as the seed parent and Abraham Darby as the pollen parent. This is another seedling of mine of the same cross. Rabbits didn't get to that too much. There's a little bit of rabbit damage there. This is a rose of something. I don't know what that is. I don't know if that's a root sucker from a rose that the main part died or what. Here's another seedling of mine. There's a little bit of growth at the bottom. The dogs really went to town on my rose seedlings. There's another one there. I got Dr. Huey there. Yes, I know. It's a rootstock. I intentionally planted it there. Scarborough Fair, David Austin Rose. Above and Beyond, a climbing rose. Westerland, another climbing rose. Scarborough Fair. It's kind of underneath Westerland, so I'm going to dig that up and move it out once I expand my bed. Belinda's Dream. Bathsheba. Again, never mind the dead. I'll get all that stuff turned out. Desdemona. Unknown Pink. Number 2. It's almost 6 feet tall. Eustacia Vi. Another Eustacia Vi. This is the single, or it's supposed to be the single version of Rosa Roxburghii, or the chestnuts rose, or chestnut rose. The reason I say it's supposed to be is because I just planted it last summer. I haven't seen a flower. I'm assuming it was labeled correctly, so until proven otherwise, I will call it my single chestnut rose or single Roxburghii. This is Blue for You. I believe this is Christopher Marlowe, English rose. This is the double version of Rosa Roxburghii, or it's supposed to be. Again, I planted it last summer, so I haven't seen it bloom like the single one until proven otherwise. I will assume it's labeled correctly. This here is Cymbeline, or Cymbeline by David Austin. This is what is it? Iceberg. This is Iceberg, a Floribunda. This might be an Austin rose. It's a weird yellow Austin shaped flower. When I say weird yellow, it's a very light yellow that fades to white very quickly. So I don't know what the name of it is, so I'm going to leave it nameless. This is Fair Bianca, a David Austin rose. This here is the Countryman, another David Austin rose. I think it was $79 for that one, or something like that, in the 70s, I believe, maybe early 80s. If you know, go ahead and leave a comment and let me know. This is the Squire, another David Austin rose. Rabbits have gotten to that one. You can see the damage there. This is Abraham Darby, a David Austin rose. 1985, in case you're curious. William Morris, another David Austin rose. This is Lady of Shalott, yet another David Austin rose. This, that looks like it just barely is coming out, is Tottering Gently By, or Toddling Very Gently, or whatever the crap it's called. Another David Austin rose. I was getting mixed up. This is my Charles DeMille rose, barely waking up. And last but not least, Heritage, another David Austin rose. Thank you for watching.